That's... how they are.
Spices, rugs, delicacies, only the best.
Is it important?
Morales blessings, my friend. Well, flee isn't exactly the right word for it. I call it tactical relocalization. Only a stupid businessman will try to sell spices amidst a civil war. Oh, well, after those rumors about the Lightborn's death started, the council members must have thought, now's the time for power struggles. Very stupid if you ask me, and very bad for the economy. Thank the sun I was one of the few who fled early enough, but this madness has cost far too many lives. Far too many. Well, they are blasphemy. What else? The gods have rained wind for millennia. Whoever thinks one could just kill the gods as they could kill a rabbit must be another fool. Well, they are blasphemy. What else? The gods have rained wind for millennia. Whoever thinks one could just kill the gods as they could kill a rabbit must be another fool. What one wears tells more than 1,000 words, as we Chileans like to say. You are surrounded by a feeling of an adventurer as much as a keeper is surrounded by a feeling of honor. And I think I might just have something in stock, which could be to your liking. A potion. One of my friends in the Blue Islands Coalition gave it to me with the last delivery, and he said they took it from pirates. Of course, that sparked my interest, and so I asked an apothecary to examine it. And now brace yourself. He said this potion grants its user extraordinary powers. Here, take a look. Beautiful, isn't it? It can be yours for only 200 pennies.
Treat yourself.
Well, okay. I guess you got me. Here is your game, Penny. Oh my. You haven't seen much of this world, have you? The game, Penny. It is a symbolical guerdon. A Chilean merchant pays to his customer if he or she... well, you know. Fraud. Ugh, such an ugly word. We Chileans consider every human being to be able to decide for themselves what they believe. But forgive my demeanor. I sometimes forget which country this is. We Chileans always like to say, a good haggling is like making love. No matter how it ends, having had it is better than not having had it at all. But since this is not Chile, I'll give you a discount on my wares. That should be enough of a compensation. Don't you agree? Spices, rugs, delicacies, only the best. Straight from Chile. Take a look. Farewell.
Huh. You're not from around here, are you? I know that accent.
Rena Shalom, my sir. Kirash, what gave me away? My skin or my accent? Well, I'll have to work on my disguise then. Jokes aside, I am from Kaira, but I was only 6 years old when my commune came to this country, and I'll have seen my 60th winter next month, so I suppose that makes me as Enderalian as most people around here. Oh, there were many reasons. Suffice it to say that Kaira isn't the glittering, exotic country of dreams and poems that bards make it out to be. I am glad to live here. You can say what you will about Enderal, but at least it's peaceful.
How long do they expect me to wait for my
Of
ship?
course, Sherry.
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have
Apples,
books, scrolls,
dates, bananas,
potions,
the
anything
freshest
for friends
fruits
of
right from the
path-abiding
farmer's
magic.
coast and Duneville.
Greetings. Do you need a Sure, take a look.
Let us pray for our brothers and sisters across the Red Sea. Let us pray for Sultan and the Golden
Walk
Queen.
blessed.
Walk blessed.
Walk blessed. What can I do for you? Sure. Come back anytime. Honest answer? Bad. Since this whole red madness thing started, the roads aren't safe to travel anymore. At least, not for those who don't have the coin to pay an armed escort. And that's most of us merchants. But, well, you scratch along somehow, don't you? As long as people eat and the farmers deliver, I'll have customers. I really shouldn't complain so much.
Only the best and fresh from the Red Sea.
What, you're asking me? I'm flattered. But let me think. You know, my grandfather always used to read to us from this old book, Myths and Legends. I think one of the former Archmagisters of the Order wrote it, and there were all kinds of tales about those mythical creatures that apparently roam Enderal. Grandpa always said they were just tales, but who knows? You should go to the library. Maybe they still have a volume of that book there. May your path always be even.
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books, scrolls, potions, anything for friends of path-abiding magic.
Oh, mostly pastries and sweets. Quite delicious.
We always go too easy on this gun.
That's just how they are.
Hungry? I've got just what a weary traveler needs.
You're an outlander, aren't you? I can tell. Tywin Summerfield. By my path, accountant of Screws, Hats, Odds and Ends Incorporated. Even though I doubt the two of us have common ground, so to speak. You don't know this? How can I explain? We are an association of thinkers, highly gifted thinkers of sterling origin, to be precise. And Screws, Hats, Odds and Ends is our guild, to put it in worldly terms.
Hear my words,
Ah,
O path of
and did I forget to mention that we are the #1 supplier of the Holy Order in terms of metalware and starling technology?
due to its sheer glory, brought forth by Malthus himself. Telor
Work?
Ironfield
No.
has returned. Yes, you have heard right.
That is...
The lost heir to the throne, son of
maybe
the Lord.
yes.
After
You
decades
do get
of
around quite a lot, don't you?
son,
You certainly look like it.
as Grand Master of the
Fruits right from
Fine then. I suppose it's worth a try. There is something, and a person of your talents could come in handy. A grand-scale assignment we recently took on.
but Telor Arundel himself.
One of our customers ordered replications of several Pyrean artifacts. A most exquisite wish, of course any of our people could fulfill.
Troubled times.
However, our current problem is that we still need many of those artifacts' originals to work with. If you could recover those originals for us, you would be generously rewarded. Here, these are some of the ruins that might be worthwhile visiting. Sorry, but this is none of your concern. Splendid. Come back once you've found something.
Ahoy! Hungry for
Yeah?
arcane secrets?
What do you want?
I have books, scrolls, potions, anything
Walk
for friends
bless.
of magic.
Hungry? I've got just... Weary traveler needs. Vegetables, bread.
Monsieur?
Some ships never have.
Move along.
A visitor. Take your time, look around. Can't you tell? The floorboards can barely stand the pressure. Jokes aside, look around. We do not. In the old days, people cared more for the history of our country. But since this red madness thing and Aaron Thiel's return, the number of visitors has sadly declined steadily. But that's just how it is. Well, aren't you direct? You're an outlander, aren't you? I can
I
tell.
need that new herbal essence.
But
for my hair.
to answer your question, the Order funds this museum. They quite rightfully see it as a memorial to Endralian culture. Walk blessed, my sir.
Hello. Yeah, as
Walk blessed.
my sir.
Oh, hello. I haven't seen. Oh, a bit of this and that. Feel free to. Walk blessed.
Greetings. Greetings.
My sir.
Yes?
So hungry.
Deal clubs, always in the way of progress.
Woman thinks she's Vatira incarnate. Yes.
Some people just don't know their path.
A Sunchild, I bet you came to watch those fools cut their guts open in the dust pit. That's the only reason you snobs ever come down here.
Son, child.
It's him. It's the Black Guardian. Don't you fear it?
Move along.
Move along.
Move along.
Go! Go away! You're scaring him!
My sir, you...
Should have placed my money on the Eterna. Well, you live and learn.
Fucking piece of shit!
An Obolus, my son, please. Lord will redeem you for your kindness.
Oh, fucking...
Bloody vermin! All of them!
What? Come to bet. Talk to Rasha.
So many fights.
What do you want? Grandma Rasha's home for lost kittens. Honestly, if you need to ask, then you sure as fuck don't belong here. Go back to your bathing houses and galleries, sunchild. Ooh, how eloquent. You're from the surface, aren't you? No, don't say anything, I can tell. No cave dweller gets that much sun on his pretty face. So, you want to fight, huh? Oh, you're the sneaky type, aren't you? That look in your eyes. The constant twitching in your fingers. I can tell. Fine, why not? I don't care about style, as long as you can fight. You do know that we're not doing tumbles down here, right? If you fight well, you can make a lot of money fighting here. But if you don't, well, you can imagine. Usually, yeah. Sometimes the loser pleads for mercy, but the crowd doesn't like it. Huh, alright. First of all, you'll need to sign this, though. If you can read and write, sign with your name. If not, with a cross. Thank you. Then we can start right away. And, one more thing. I always found this a bit silly, but the crowd always wants a name they can shout to the ring when you're bashing someone's head in. You know, the fighter, the butcher, stuff like that. So, what do you want? Yeah, that might work. I like it. Fair enough. If you want, you can dive right into the ring. There'll be a pack fight in a couple of hours. Yeah, also called Last Man Standing wins. 3 to 6 fighters in the ring, dog eat dog. Well, that depends on the bets, so I can't tell you yet. But if you win, it'll be well worth it. Eager, aren't you? Good. Just go down to the training dummies. I'll call you when we begin.
Mesdames and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the dust pit. You know who I am, I know who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight! Today, there are 4 rookies in the ring, and they all share the same dream, to become the champion of the arena. Ah, can you see them shiver, the sweat glistening on their foreheads? They are afraid, and rightfully so, because they know only one of them will leave the pit on both legs. Mesdames and messieurs, I proudly present Kata Tanner's daughter, called the Storm. Simael Roth, called the Vagabond. And Thomas Shagar, also known as the Derwish. And last but not least, the unknown warrior who is only known by his moniker, the Wanderer. Now, enough of the words. Fight! What a punch!
Yes? Ooh, how... So, you want to fight? Oh, you're the sneak... You do know that we're not doing... Usually, yeah. Sometimes the loser Huh. Alright. First of all, you'll need to sign this, though. If you can read and write, sign with your name. If not, thank you. And, one more thing. I always found this. Yeah, that... Fair enough. If you want, you can dive right... Eager, aren't you? Good. Just go down to the training dummies. I'll call you when we begin.
From the upper city, huh?
Mesdames and messieurs, a cordial welcome to the dust pit. You know who I am, I know who you are, and above all, I know why you are here today. Because you want to see a fight! Today, there are 4 rookies in the ring, and they all share the same dream, to become the champion of the arena. Ah, can you see them shiver, the sweat glistening on their foreheads? They are afraid, and rightfully so, because they know only one of them will leave the pit on both legs. Mesdames and messieurs, I proudly present Kata... And last but not least, the unknown warrior who is only known by his moniker, the Wanderer. Now, enough of the words. Fight! Not bad.
What? That's all you got? Come on.
Keep walking.
You know the rules, Russia. If we don't get the money until tomorrow, there will be consequences. So handle it.
But... fine. I'll see what I can do.
Good girl. Relata Shera. Well fought.
From the upper city, huh? You got guts walking around with all that stuff down here.
Ah, you. Well fought, really. Here's your share. Pardon my language, but none of your fucking business. Well, aren't you a piece of work? Still got blood and dust on your skin and already begging for the next battle. Come by in a couple of days and ask again, will you? I got things to take care of. So long.
Come to bet. To Russia.
Move along.
Go away! You're scaring him!
Some people just don't know their path.
Potatoes, garlic, radish. Yeah,
It
that
just
should be
doesn't
it.
work, Magister, no matter how hard I try. Yes, and there you have the problem. You try.
Let's hope he knows. What he's doing.
My Sir Deluna.
And ourselves.
Who are you?
Well met.
Who are you?
That's beyond me.
Blazes, I just can't bloody believe it. Walk blessed. Oh, yes. Guess what? There is. Some people just don't get the meaning of the word reliability. Huh. You're not from the Order, are you? Then I wonder what the blazes you're doing here. But, fine. Who am I to reject a helping hand? Elia, the novice who was assigned to me, she's supposed to help me transcribe these Pyrian tomes the Grand Master is so obsessed about. But 2 days ago, she simply vanished. If I were to guess, I'd say she's strolling around enjoying herself somewhere in the nobles' quarter. I'd go look myself, but I'm lucky if I get to breathe within all this work. Go find her and tell her to get her bloody ass up here and help me. If you do that, it won't be to your disadvantage.
Yes, it makes sense.
Yes. Yes, that just might work.
Reaching down to the heart of this world. Things seem so far, and the struggles of life.
May his light guide you.
Yeah, as if.
Sir?
They just sit on their asses and hope things settle themselves. Idiot.
Evening.
Huh? What do you want?
Hello.
Oh,
where did I put that?
As if. Move along.
Evening.
Be careful, my sir. The streets aren't safe at this hour.
Ah, there you are. Glad you made it. So, how was it? I heard quite some stories about this trial, and was never sure what to make of it. Yeah, I changed my mind. Come, let's go upstairs. It'll be worth it. There we are. So, wine or pipe? Termatralian Brandy, vintage 8190. A real treasure. Consider it a congratulatory gift for passing the trial. Nothing better than a good pipe and a nice sight to go along with it. It's always sad to see how few people can truly appreciate these things. Anyway, tell me, my friend, what is it that drives you? I've been asking that myself since we met. I mean, it's not like anyone's forcing you to play errand boy for Arenthiel, is there? And with your abilities, you could make a fortune as a mercenary. Not to mention the danger you put yourself in. Securing the excavation site, passing the trial, they certainly haven't been easy on you so far. Makes sense. In any case, it's interesting to see how you've gotten from being a magically gifted refugee to the center of all this. Kind of reminds me of a woman I used to travel with, Alicia. No matter where she went, she always ended up in the eye of the storm. We got hired for the same job. Usually I work better on my own, but this partnership was refreshing in every aspect. It felt good to know someone's got your back for a change, especially with the kind of work I do. Which is why we decided to stick together after that first job. And it went great, at least initially. She just cared too much, you know? Yeah, she was a mercenary, but she only ever picked the jobs where she thought she could help people, or at least do no damage. As you can imagine, that doesn't always work out in my profession, and whenever it didn't, she really took it to heart. It was sad, if you think about it, really. That was, let me think, about 3 years. Yeah, we went to Araziel, Kira, Artwend, and one time we even fought a group of petrified on Millet. She fought as ardently as she lived. I don't know how I would have survived that fight without her. We traveled together and we had sex, so yes, according to most people's definition of it, we were a couple. Oh, several reasons. First of all, she was primarily a traveling healer, and used the money she got from those jobs to sustain herself. Secondly, Licia wasn't all selflessness. She wanted to help people, yeah, but she also wanted to make experiences, I guess. Live like an eagle, love like a madman, and dream like a god. A bit cheesy, yeah, but that was her credo. Well, we were simply too different. I guess that's what it comes down to. Let's face it, I'm a pathetic white knight, and an even worse world savior. Licia and I, we were just bound to clash. We were lovers, then friends, then lovers again, and so on and so forth. Ultimately, that was just too much for me. Too extreme. Too absorbing. Love as she defined it, yeah. Had it been for her, we would have married after that first night. That's a long story. Not one that puts me in a favorable light. At least if you like most people. Let's save that for another time. Split up. Yeah, that's one way to put it. But anyway, enough about me. What about you? Has there ever been someone in your life? Or have you always been the lone wolf? I see. Maybe you can tell me about that one day. I'd love to hear it. I, for one, have had enough drama to last me a lifetime. Sex is fine, but I guess I'm just not naive enough for anything else anymore. Love, love, love. People have such wrong-headed expectations, really. Sometimes I think it would help us all to finally admit that there isn't that much that separates us from the apes. Anyway, why don't you tell me a little more about this trial? I heard you passed it together with that quiet girl, Kalia. What's she like? I've heard some stories about her. That's just life, I think. There comes a point when you've done all you can. My. We've certainly lost track of time, haven't we? I really need to hit the hay for a couple hours now. I'll have to go look for some new work tomorrow. And I've heard about a nobleman who's looking for a sellsword. That is, if Arenthiel or old Bushybeard doesn't have a new job for me by then. Say what you want about them, their pay is beyond generous. I'll see you around, my friend.
Good evening.
Monsieur?
They just don't respect the elders anymore. Not at all.
Hmm? And if I am, what is it to you? Listen, I know you mean well, but not now, please, not now. Huh, help. Who are you, Lorem Waterblade reincarnated? Aye, maybe you could help me, but I think we both know what that really means. You want money. Everyone wants money, it's all that keeps this bloody world moving. That bastard Gulfer proved it. I shouldn't talk like this to you, but still, please, just let me be. Just go.
Stop ignoring me!
What? What do you want?
Yes?
Walk blessed.
Hmm? Hmm? She-Ra.
Oh, that's just how he is. Always talking.
Yes.
Light fades away at the end of the day.
Oh, you're not from around here, are you? I know that accent.
Malphas's blessings. And our room's looking for you. Good. We'll open up the room for you. And please, no shady business. We walk the righteous path in here and don't want any trouble. Come back anytime.
Hmm?
I just don't see the fucking point.
Really, Nathan? Herbal essence for my hair.
Work.
Oh well. Some people just don't know their path.
How am I supposed to pay that much?
Malphas's blessings.
Watch yourself. The streets aren't safe this time of the day.
What? What do you want?
Move along.
Point. You just have to live with it.
They just sit on their
Stop
asses
ignoring
and
me.
things settle themselves. Idiots.
Finally, come with me. Forget about it. There. Climb the stairs. Go to the statue and speak with the Grand Master. No idle talking, no stupid gazing, right? Very well. The entire 3rd and 4th sigils are gathered in there, so show some respect. And now, walk blessed, brother.
It is time. Come forward, Prophet. I know what you are feeling. Mistrust. For it is the first time in the history of the Order that a stranger will receive the holy consecration. You consider it a treason against our charter, and therefore against us all. And indeed, It is true that traditions have strengthened the Order. We have ruled this land for millennia, and for millennia we have prevailed. And I know that what happened 2 years ago has unsettled you. Yes, we are in a crisis. Yes, our foundation seems to be shattered. And now you believe that I profane even what little is left by consecrating a pathless one. But you are wrong. It was always people who have given strength to the Order. People like you and me. Yes, we did serve the Lightborn, but because they embodied an idea. The idea of peace through stability. And even now, after their demise, we will pursue this idea. We are facing a threat that endangers the world as we know it. And to fight it, we need one thing above all others, the readiness to make sacrifices for the greater good. This man, like Novice Sakarish, has shown this readiness. He is talented and has a gift, and thus carries responsibility. But instead of running from this responsibility, he faced it and found us. Consecrated ones, repeat my words. This is the day when my old me dies away. For today, I receive the sigil.
This is the day when my old me dies away. For today, I receive the sigil.
From now on, I live to protect, by sword and mind, the path, my land, and those who are without strength.
From now on, I live to protect, by sword and mind, the path, my land, and those who are without strength.
Until death absolves me from my duty.
Until death absolves me from my duty.
Thus, you are elevated to keepers of the first sigil. Rise. Now let us all recite the holy words. Thou art my light, my glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor, in life as in death. May your light guide me. Leave now, brothers and sisters, and rest. We will need our strength. Go and get your armor at the Temple's Forge. After that, meet me in the Emporium. There's news.
Well, where did I...
Ranks. After a novice has passed the trial, he is raised into the first sigil, and over the course of years, if he proves to be worthy, into higher ranks, up to the fourth sigil, which is held by the Truchessa and the Grandmaster, me.
Oh my. You just don't get any younger.
Oh shit. I have to remember.
Of the first sigil, yes. Our masters will teach you, our smiths will equip you. That is all that I wanted.
Yeah, as if.
Walk blessed.
You just wait and see. Fucking sissy.
Blazes, I just can't bloody believe it.
And that's it. It feels strange. Yes, kind of. You know, for the past 7 years, I have lived for this moment. And now I'm here. It's peculiar. Anyhow, let's talk when there's something new to talk about. Walk blessed, brother.
Work, work, work.
Sister, walk blessed.
Keep walking.
You. How are things? You look a little... well...
do? It's nothing, I'm just...
Now, if it isn't the notorious prodigy. Halder Stronghand, blacksmith of the Holy Order by my path. Pleasure to meet you. Ah, right. The highly debated new keeper. You suddenly have caused some uproar, I'll give you that. So, robes, mail, or plate? Fine, here you go. And no matter what you think of all this, wearing this armor is an honor. Get that into your head. Most of us had to wait decades for it. Sure, you'll have to pay normally though. As much as the Grandmaster favors you, metal and work don't come for free. Walk blessed. Blazes, the swords. I have to remember that. Sure. You'll have to pay normally, though. As much as the Grandmaster favors you, metal and work don't come for free. Walk blessed.
Well, that's just how he is. Always talking rot.
Huh? Oh, yes, that makes sense.
Well met.
Oh well.
Walk blessed.
Of course they have. You know how these bureaucrats are, but they will do it.
Very good. Thanks for your efforts, my friend.
Don't mention it. I just hope you know what you're doing. You know, many see the course the Order has taken since you came back as disquieting. Narazul's mages in the temple, an outlander as a keeper. It's a lot to take in.
I know, Jorik, but someone has to deal with the threat. And if we don't, no one will.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
Prophet, did you find your way around? Good. It is important that you get adjusted to this place. It will be the base of all operations to come. Right now, we are still in the dark as to the true nature of this cycle. All we have are fragments, but we will change that. There are 2 trails we have found. I want you to go after both of them. The first one has to do with the stone fragments from old Rashengrad. Pegast has not yet told you, but all of them together form a so-called sigilled stone, which we urgently need. The Arcanists have already put it together, but we still lack a part of the ritual to activate it. And for that, we need the memory of a dead person. The second trail revolves around a discovery we made in the Heartland. It could be a significant, if not the only prospect we have in this fight. Where do you want to start? It's simple. I've told you that the Pyreans knew about the cycle, and that they too battled it before they vanished. The sigil stone was a magical defense they created to protect themselves from the Red Madness. Through small fragments that segregate once a certain ritual is performed on it. Wear one of these fragments and it will serve you like a shield for your spirit. The stone won't produce enough for all citizens of Ark, but enough for all of us keepers and the guard. The problem is that we lack knowledge about this ritual, and those who have it have been dead for millennia. Correct. The entire plan revolves around a discovery which is exhibited in the Chronicum. The frozen corpse of a Pyrean, which a fisherman found adrift in the Northern Sea some years ago. Yes, the ice prevented his body from decaying. But go to the Chronicum and speak to Archmagister Maragil. He will be able to explain it better than I can.
Have you heard? Apparently the Blue Islands Coalition sent an emissary here to Enderal. Despite the wars. They are bold. You gotta give them that.
What?
Oh, hey.
So what's so spectacular about this? To me, our pal here looks like your average crypt corpse.
Well, he isn't. Do you see this marking on his forehead? That's a symbol of the Ashian, one of the two priest castes who reigned over the Pyrean Empire like the Lightborn did over Vin. He was no high priest, but more than an acolyte. Let's just hope he participated in the manufacture of the sigil stone back in the Pyrean era.
Well, hoping can't hurt. But look, we have company.
Archmagister, how's the situation?
Walk blessed, Grand Master. We're fine. Everything is ready. So this is him?
Yes, this is the Prophet.
Interesting. Truly interesting. I imagined you to be different. I'm Lexiel Marigil, Archmagister of the Holy Order. Pleased to make your acquaintance. So, where do we start? Has the Grand Master already informed you of the goal of this mission? Correct. Now you're wondering how will this be possible? This is where the Word of the Dead comes into play. An old relic we'll need to find.
The Word of the Dead? I thought that was a legend.
No, it exists. And we also know where. Just so you understand, the Word of the Dead is an artifact that allows entering a deceased person's mind to relive his last memories as if they were your own.
And you want to do just that with our frozen pal here. This is the grand plan, right?
Right. You'll need to locate the Word of the Dead, teleport the Pyrean's body to you, and then enter his thoughts. And there you'll have to look for the words of the ritual. Well, we only lack the last words of this ritual. What you have to look for is an ornamental scroll, which looks just like the one on the drawing I'll give you in a moment. All you have to do is remember the glyphs in the scroll, then write them down once you're back in the waking world. True, but we're talking about a different form of magic. It works similarly to the forbidden school of entropy. That's right, but the priest himself did, and according to the legend, this should allow you to understand. Well, this is...
There's an old manor in Enderal's west that belongs to an old collector of artifacts. We received a tip that the Word of the Dead is in his possession.
Hang on. Are you talking about this odd fellow with the puppets? The aged man from the folk song?
I am. You won't take it. It will be enough to find it. Use it on the Pyrean and then leave. You will travel to the manor with Dalvarek, wait for nightfall, and then introduce yourself to the aged man as a fellow collector of artifacts. Then you will offer him this brooch, and if all goes well, he will offer you a quarter for the night to negotiate in the morning. Then it's all a matter of timing. Sneak out of your room, look for the Word of the Dead, and teleport the Pyrean to you. Then you'll flee. There must be no violence, no matter what happens. Archmagister?
Yes, well, that is a good point. We don't know, because we don't even know what the artifact looks like. But, how goes the saying? The proof of the eating is in the pudding.
We'll manage somehow. And even if we don't, it definitely sounds like an adventure.
It's a great responsibility, be aware of that. But I have faith in both of you. Now get going as soon as you can. This mission will be fruitful. I can feel it.
Whew. And there they go. Yep, just meet me at the Myrids Tower at the Western Cliff. I'll go grab my stuff now.
That's beyond me. pathlessness wherever you
Yes?
look. Where is this supposed
I do? Thought I had gotten rid of it by now. But yes, I'm originally from Nerim. Just like you, as I've heard. Oh, I don't know. Probably because I don't have very fond memories of my time there. You know, if someone would have told you 20 years ago that one day I would be the Archmagister of the Holy Order, you'd have probably laughed in his face. It's absurd just to think of it. You know, I was a slave there. Yes, you see, I was born into a traveling group of Aeterna minstrels. I never got to know my father, though, and living that way was hard. So my mother eventually decided to burn all bridges behind us and start over. Sorry, I'm babbling. I don't want to bother you with my boring stories. Well, after some days on the road, we met a traveling merchant who gave us a ride to the next village, a small one named Sildren in the Salathan forest. It seemed almost perfect at the beginning. The place was quiet, and my mother found herself a job as a weaver in the local count's castle. One day, however, the count simply stopped paying her, and, well, when she asked for the reason, he told her that we were his property from that moment on, just like that. Why wouldn't it be? We were just a woman and a young son, and he owned both the land and the local guard. We had to serve this Creole, that was the count's name, for 9 years. It was horrible. Pure luck, I suppose. One day, an Enderalayan merchant and his escort passed through the village. They were on their way to Wave Rock to catch a ship from there. And just by coincidence, he saw me crushing some herbs I had found in the forest. That's what I did in the little spare time I had, you know. The Salathan forest is so incredibly rich with plants you have no idea. What I didn't know was that I had found an entire sheaf of God's tongue. That impressed the merchant so much that he simply bought me. He left her there. Believe me, what he did had nothing to do with mercy. He just saw that there was money to be made off of me. I cried and protested, of course, but 2 months later, our ship arrived in Ark, where he got infected with flesh maggots and died shortly thereafter. Luckily enough, he was a sublime. And since his relatives didn't know what to do with me once he was dead, they simply asked the Order to grant me the novitiate, which they did. By the left path. Sounds crazy when I tell it like that, and it probably is. But back then, it just happened. I tried, but as you can imagine, my obligations made my options to do so very limited. Only recently, however, word reached me from a mercenary whom I sent over. According to him, Creo is dead, and his castle was deserted. But who knows if he just said that to appease me. I think when all of this is over, I might ask the Grandmaster for permission to travel there myself. And then, who knows? By the righteous path, now I really am babbling. I am sure a man like you has better things to do than listen to the stories of a boring old chronicler. I should probably get back to business. Forgive me.
What? What?
Oh, hey.
The fabled prodigy. I hope you can live up to what they say about you. I really...
So, you actually made it, Prodigy. Congratulations. Even though I'm not sure everyone is as glad about that as the Grand Master.
Walk west.
Huh? Can I help you?
Malphas's blessings.
Down here, there's only one path. And it leads right into the pits.
So hungry.
Hear me! Right into the pits!
A penny, my sir. Please, just one penny.
Remember.
Bloody steel crabs. Always in all
She's Ventura incarnate.
My sir.
Some people just go
In a bed, sir.
My sir.
What do you want? To cock at me? Just leave. Please.
A Sunchild?
What?
I bet you came to watch those fools cut their guts open.
I
in the
don't
dust
see how
pit.
that concerns
That's
you.
the only reason you snobs
Don't
ever
you have
come
some
down
theatre
here.
play to attend to, Sunchild? Help me? Well, I doubt that. That is unless you have a pouch with 300 pennies to give away. Oh, and maybe 2 sheaves of God's tongue to go with it. I don't know. I'm sorry. You seem like an upright kind of fellow, but I can tell you're from the surface. And I'm just having a hard time believing a Sunchild actually cares about my problems. You're really nosy. You know that. But fine. What bad can it do? That son of a Virtue over there, Cabal Thorwall. He's the only merchant in the Undercity who still has Vinroot in his stocks. But since he knows that, he sells it for a price that would have upper city snobs running away screaming. Well, and if the apothecary in the pest house doesn't get new roots soon, the infected they treat there will start dying like flies within a day. Sure, by day, and by night I work as the Grandmaster's personal Kalian dancer. Jokes aside, nah, I'm just an errand girl. But down here, Having paid work is already something to feel blessed for. You're no alchemist, are you? Aye, red vine root is the only thing that can help get those flesh maggots out of an infected body. I repeat, can. Even with a proper treatment, most people don't make it through. Of course he does. But he sees an opportunity to get rich quick, and so he uses it. He's always been like that. Maybe you could, aye? I guess it'll be worth a shot. We need at least 10 sheaves so that the apothecary can make use of them. And I don't want to seem ungrateful, but don't expect to get anything in return for your help. Huh? Well, fine then. Good luck.
You're not one of the Relata's mercenaries. Yeah. Word has it they're hiring again. I'd give them a wide berth if I were you.
Oh, by the name of the sun, won't this ever stop? Tell Nathalia, the apothecary, or whoever sent you that the price stays. It does actually, yes. But it does not change the fact that I need to live somehow too. And that 300 per sheaf is already a fair price. Go on. Ask those upper city merchants. You're lucky if they sell it below 500. Listen, I know exactly what you think. This ruthless bastard, how greedy, how evil, and so on and so forth. But that's not how it is, believe me. So, back to business. Are you looking for supplies? If not, just shove off. Yeah, now that's a surprise. I expected a speech. Here you go. Pleasure doing business with you.
A real pretty thing you are. We should spend some time together. Now there's a treat for the eye. What do you say, darling?
Huh?
Want to spend some time together?
Blazes, you're serious? Where? On second thought, bet I don't ask. Thank you, Sunchild. You saved a lot of lives today.
It bloody went. Think she's Vata incarnate? Well, she'll get what's coming to her. Soon.
Relata Shara, sleeper. Ahoy!
Pity. He was a good man.
Ahoy!
Just where did I put it?
Please, just leave me be. That's a nice dress you're wearing there, son child. I'd be careful